my friends. I'm going to be doing a flip cup today on this 10 by 10 inch deep canvas. I thought I'd show you from start to finish. I'm going to mix up the medium for you and then a couple of colors, and then we will do the pour. So, my normal flip cup, when I am using silicone, my normal flip cup recipe is Elmer's glue all and Liquitex pouring medium. I don't have any Liquitex pouring medium at this time, but I do have this Creative Inspirations polymer gloss medium and varnish, and I'm thinking that will act similarly. So it's an experiment for me as well. I do use a scale because I like to be exact. If I have success with something, I like to be able to repeat it without having to do any guesswork at all. So to me, it just makes sense to use a scale. I've been doing this for 7-8 years now, and I've almost always use a scale. So I just got this battery operated one on Amazon. I cover it with cling wrap to keep it fairly clean. It's not necessary, but I like things neat as possible. So I will mix my medium in this cup here, zero the thing out, and what I do is use Elmer's glue all. I found of all the glues, that seems to work the best for me. When I mix this up, I go 3 parts glue, 2 parts, Liquitex, but today, again, Creative Inspirations, and 1 part water, so 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to put 3 ounces of glue in here. Or thereabouts. I got 31, 3.1, that's okay. We'll call that 3. Zero it out and add 2 ounces of this. $17, $18, $19. 2 ounces of that. You know, I'm gonna mix it up first and see. Maybe I don't even want to add water to this mix. That stuff seems a little thinner to me than Liquitex, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's easier on the table. That's pretty thick. I'm going to add the water as usual. Just 1 ounce of water. So 3 ounces of glue. Where's my water? Here it is. 2 ounces of the pouring medium and 1 ounce of water. Okay. And mixy, mixy, mixy. I generally mix my paints fresh every time. I don't like to have bottles of it standing by. It's just, well, I don't have the patience for mixing up a bunch ahead of time. I just kind of like to mix them fresh. That's how I've always done it, and that's how I continue. However, I will mix up mediums ahead of time, but I didn't want to do a whole large batch of this because I'm not sure how it's going to work. I think it will, but I don't know for sure until I try it. So okay. That feels like a pretty nice consistency for a pouring medium. Now we're going to mix the paint. I'll mix up probably a couple for you and then mix the rest off camera. I don't need a lot because it's only a small canvas. I'm going to go with blues and whites primarily. So let's see. Go ahead and mix the white. I generally pour my pouring medium in first. So, and for this I do 50-50. So I'll go with 0.8 ounces of pouring medium. .8 ounces of white paint. And stir. Now, if necessary, I will add water to thin. But first I mix up all the colors just like this, 50-50. Half and half, rather. Which is the same as 50-50. Okay. It's maybe a little thick, but for now it's good. I'm just gonna make sure it's well mixed and set it to the side. And I'm going to do a combination of colors here. So again, 0.8. I mean, I could, mix whatever. Maybe this one I'll make a little more. I'll do 1 ounce. And I'm going to mix a gorgeous color with phthalo blue and metallic black. So I'm going to add, I need 1 ounce total. I'm going to add mostly the phthalo blue, maybe 0.8 ounces. Trying to use up this paint. Okay, let me mix that up and show you the color, and then I will add the black and you'll see the difference. I like those paints. They don't make them anymore. DecoArt premium paints. I don't think they do. I have a ton of it though. Somebody gave me a bunch and I had a bunch, but it does go bad after a while. So okay, so that's a lovely, beautiful color the way it is, but I'm going to add 0.2 ounces of metallic black. Or maybe a little short of that because I know this is going to be thicker than the white. So, all right, now I'm going to mix that and hopefully you will see the difference. Yeah, maybe I do need to add more black. I mean, it's darker and more wonderful, but I think I will go ahead and add. I was just short another squeeze. There we go. The different brands, colors are different. Phthalo blue looks different in Artist Loft than it does in DecoArt. It looks different with Liquitex. So you get a different blue every time. But there, now it's like a midnight blue with some shimmer to it. It's beautiful. Okay. I would mix up all the rest of my colors the same way, half medium, half paint. And I did mix up the rest of my colors. I had a little editing problem there, but I went ahead and mixed up the rest of them. I have, let's see, I mixed the white and the dark blue for you. Then I mixed up some light blue, Artist Loft, and then white, and I added just a little bit of light blue to it, and gold. I also mixed up some Phthalo green blue. I might add a little bit of this to it, but that is a very overwhelming color. So now I don't always do this, but I think it's interesting to show you the little drip test to test your consistencies. So what you do, this is a piece of watercolor paper, anything will do, cardboard, tag board, whatever. And you just put a little drop of each color on here. Hopefully we're on the same size drop. I have adjusted some of them with water till I felt they were pretty similar consistency. Here's what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that. Leaves a little trail that goes away. It's tricky for the flip cup. It's got to be thin enough that the cells will appear, but thick enough that they will hold their shape. So not thin like a Dutch pour, but not super thick either. So just, it takes some experimenting. And I might as well test this phthalo green as well, blue-green. Okay, once you've got your little dots, aren't they cute? Then you tilt the paper, let it run down, and then you can see what's what. Those are pretty close. The first two I mixed are a little thinner than the rest of them, but they're all pretty consistent. I mean, 4 out of 6 are pretty spot on, same consistency. So I'm not gonna try to thin those to meet that. I'll let those be a little on the thin side. So now I'm gonna add a little silicone to just a couple of the colors. A little goes a long way. So I'll add a drop to this light blue, just 1 drop, maybe this blue, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to add, and the white, not the gold or the green. So now I'm going to mix them really well. Stir that silicone in. Usually rule of thumb is 1 drop of silicone per 1 ounce of mixed paint. This is more like 1.5 ounces, but I'm just going with 1 because a little goes a long way. Get that out of the way. I added it to this, and you stir it in well. It's easier to clean up the residue when it's dry if it's stirred in well. Didn't add it to that one, added 1 drop here. And I think I added it to the white, didn't I? I don't remember, but I'll give it a good stir. All right, now put them in this order, kind of like to alternate dark, light, That's a medium, dark, and light. And I may throw this one in the middle there, between the blue and the gold. All right, gloves. And here we go. Well, I gotta fill the cup first, don't I? All right, let's do it. I'll probably speed this part up because I won't say anything interesting. Got a beautiful cup of color there. I hope that I made this paint the right consistency. Again, you know, using this for the first time in my pouring medium, I don't know what to expect, but hopefully we'll have success. You can see I always try to always tape the back of my canvases and raise it up on big push pins. And release. That's pretty. Okay, I'm going to hit it with the torch now. To pop some bubbles and bring up some cells. Hopefully, yes. There they are. Nice. Because the cells, they're so cute at this stage. But I want them to grow as I tilt the canvas. Indeed, they will. Where's the gold? I'm going to smooth out this stuff. Just kind of help the paint, this puddle, flow over across the canvas. If it's a little, got a little something to help it move along. The cells are growing a bit just as they sit there, but they will really grow as I tilt. They look like, oops, they're nicely shaped at this point. Hopefully they'll maintain a nice roundness to them. Okay, and here we go. Let me show you now. It looks good. Let's hope it maintains. I'm just gonna kind of move it all around, get close to the edges. I won't worry if it goes over a little bit, but I want to go slowly here because this is around the only area I have nice contrast, so I don't want to rush that part off. That's good. Oh, look how pretty those are. All right, well, I'm happy with this this mix so far. That's just the kind of look I like to get with my cells. Nice and round, nice shaped. All right, I'm going to go down here, reach that corner, and then bring that dark back. Over here. And that corner, and I like those light cells up there. So I'm going to gently reach that and then hopefully bring it back. I mean, slowly go to that corner. They're getting all squishy, but if I can keep them from going over, I can pull them back and they will plump up again. Yeah, I lost a lot of them, but that's okay. All right. It's looking pretty good. I got a lot of the same color over here, the same value. See, this, to my eye, this side is far more interesting than this because of the difference in value, which simply means the lightness and darkness of a color. So I've got dark and light. Nice combinations. These are very similar in value. It's not bad, but I'd like it to be a little different. So I think I'm going to push some of that off and expand the good stuff. It will distort my cell shapes a bit, but I think it's worth it to have a little better composition. Right? Well, that's kind of fun. Now I wish I had added more of the phthalo green, blue. But I didn't. So I don't know that there's anything else I want to do to this. Anything else I can do? I could, well, I pretty much scraped up all the colors. I could run some ribbons, but I'm not going to. I'll leave it be, and let me bring you in for a closer look. Wrap this thing up. I'll start up here where it's more interesting with the different values. My squishy light color cells there. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's a keeper. Maybe it'll serve as a background for something, or it might just stand alone. Pull up some little cells. So I really have a nice variety of big and little cells there. Oh, those are cute. Let me bring you in one more time to look at those little ones. Fun. Sometime it would be fun just to tilt the whole thing out and then torch and just get those little cells. Okay, my friends, there you go. Flip cup start to finish with silicone. And I'll tell you honestly, when this is dry and I go to varnish it, a lot of times I forget that I even need to clean it. And I don't. I don't bother cleaning it, and it takes the varnish just fine. It would not take resin. If you're into resin, then you would have to do a thorough cleaning, but you know, when you stir it in really well and use very little amount, you don't really have to worry about it too much when you're just varnishing. Okay, my friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.